Hello everyone. So in this particular video we are going to understand about for each activity in Microsoft Fabric. So for each activity is similar to the programming language. In a programming language also we have a for loop, right? So this for loop generally we use to iterate collection of item. For taking example, suppose I have an array. Now in array I have a multiple values 3, 4, 5. Now if you have to iterate, then what you will use? You will use a for loop. You will write like this, right? For I in array, and if you will do print I, what will happen? One by one this value will be printed. So if you had to iterate anything, what actually we use in programming, we use a for loop. Now in a fabric also, if you had to iterate anything, the collection of item, then what actually we use a for each activity. Let's take one example and let's understand our practical part also, so that you will get a better idea. So what actually my requirement is like, I have a one ADLS account. I have a ADLS account. Now in ADLS account I have a multiple file, like suppose example employee.csv file is there, department.csv file is there, suppose department.json file is also there, JSON is there, sales.json is there, like that the multiple files are there. My requirement is like in ADLS, whatever the CSV file is there, that file I want to delete. That file only I want to delete. That is my requirement. Now in this case what actually we will do? First, with the help of the get metadata activity, we will read what are the files are available into this ADLS. We will use a get metadata. We'll try to read what are the files which is available into this ADLS location. With the help of the get metadata, each file name we will be able to read. Now after that, what actually I will do? I'll use a filter activity. With the help of the filter activity, I will take all the files and I will check whether the file contains CSV or not. If the file contains CSV, means that is a CSV file. So in a filter, I will get a output like what are the CSV file is there. For taking example, employee.csv is there, department.csv is there. These are the CSV file is there. That is the output I will get from the filter. Now this file you have to delete. So in this case, what actually we will do for deleting? We will use a delete activity. Now in a delete activity, right, one by one this all the file name you had to pass. So instead of doing this, what actually you can do? You can use a for each activity. And you can iterate this file one by one, and this file name you can pass into the delete activity, and that file will be deleted. Now you will say, why to create a for each activity we can do manually. For taking example, suppose you applied a filter, after that you got hundred or thousands of CSV files. In this case, this thousand of CSV files, suppose you had to delete. Now one by one you can't do, right? You had to iterate. So what actually you will do? You will use a for each activity. You will iterate all the file one by one. You will pass into the delete activity, and that particular file will be deleted. I hope you got the idea when actually we use a for each activity. Let's try to do the same practical. Now I open my Azure account. In Azure we have a ADLS. In ADLS I have uploaded a multiple file. You can see JSON as well as CSV file is available. My requirement is like I want to delete only the CSV data from this particular container using a for each activity. As we are learning for each activity, so with the help of that we will see how actually we can delete only the CSV file from this particular location. So I'll go to the Fabric. I created one new pipeline. I'm going to use one activity. So first activity I am going to use, that is a get metadata. With the help of the get metadata, I'll try to read what are the file which is present into this particular location. So I'll go to the setting. In a connection, I have already set up the connection, so I'm going to use the same one. Select the file path, select the source, click on the OK. So from this particular source, I want to read all the file. Select the file format, delimited text, field list. This is a child item. Now let me try to run this. Let me click on the run, click on the save and run. Let's see whether we are able to read all the file which is available into our source or not. You can see it is succeed. If I will show you the output, in the output you will be able to see all the file and their type, like covid.json, delhi csv file, all the file is available. Now what actually I want to do, I only want to filter a CSV data from here. So for that I will use filter activity. Go here, go to the filter activity, connect both, select the filter, go to the setting. In item I will pass all the output from a get metadata. So select the dynamic content, get metadata, whatever the output, right, I want to pass here. I have to select this child item because we have selected the child item, right? I have to pass the child item. Click on the OK. Now after that, in a condition, we'll write one condition. So from get metadata, we got all the file name and their type, right? So if I write @item, if I'll write filter @item dot name, that means that will represent my file name. @item dot name will represent my file name. So I will apply a condition if the file name contains the CSV, contains, I have written @contains item dot name is nothing but a file name. If it is a CSV, that CSV, that file only I want. So I have written a one condition, if the item dot name contains CSV, that means that is a CSV file. So I'll click on the OK. Now let's try to run and let's see whether we are able to see only the CSV file or not. So with the help of the filter activity, we are trying to filter only the CSV files. Now if I show you the output, you can see total file is 6, but the filter file is 5. Means we have a total 5 CSV file we can see here. We can only see the CSV files. Now what actually we want, after that we got a multiple CSV file here, right, in a filter activity. Now this all the CSV file I want to delete from the this particular location. Now for deleting we have a delete activity. For deleting we have a delete activity, but we have a multiple files we have to delete, right? One by one manually we have to pass. Instead of doing that, what actually we can use? We can use a ForEach activity. So use the ForEach. In this ForEach, I'll try to connect the filter into ForEach. Whatever the output we got from the filter, right, we will try to pass into the ForEach. So select the sequential, one by one we want to pass. Click on the dynamic content, click on the activity output. Because in a filter we got a multiple values, right, that is nothing but that is array. So you have to select the filter activity output, and also you have to write dot value because we have a multiple files. So this is the one you have to do. Click on the OK. Now one by one, whatever the output we got from a filter, right, we are passing into the ForEach activity. Now after that I will use a delete data. In activity we are going to use a delete data. So we want to delete it from the ADLS, right? So first select the connection. After that select the file path. So I will select the file path, which particular file you want to delete. I want to delete from the source container. Now which particular file name? So file name that will come from this ForEach only. So I will write item dot name. Click on the OK. Now what actually happened? So from filter activity we got all the CSV file. Now one by one all the CSV file we are passing into the ForEach activity, and that @item dot name is nothing but that is a CSV file name, and that particular file actually we are passing into the delete activity. So that will delete our data from a ADLS. Now let's try to run and let's try to see whether it's working or not. One more thing, in a logging setting, right, you just uncheck it. Now click on the run, click on the save and run. Now you can see first get metadata activity has run. You can see all the file we are able to read. After that the filter activity which has ran. In a filter activity I can see only the CSV file. Once we get all the CSV file, in a ForEach, right, multiple time we are running the delete data activity. We are passing one by one all the file name from this filter. So first we are passing the daily.csv, then we are passing the employee.csv, means what are the CSV file, right? One by one we are passing in the delete data activity and we are trying to delete that. So you can see it is succeed now. the multiple delete data which has run and it is succeed. Now let's go to the source location and let's try to refresh. You can see all the CSV file got deleted from this particular location. So like that, if you had to iterate anything, what actually we can do, we can use a for each activity. I hope you got the idea.